All right, everybody, we're here with 3 members of Obey doing a team check-in prior to Phase 2. Got Ducky in the solo lane, Sino out of the jungle, and Wolfie in the mid lane joining me here. First off, guys, anyone can kind of jump in at any time if any of these questions seem to ring true to you. First off, how's the downtime been for everyone? What have you guys been up to? Obviously, quarantine throwing a wrench into to some plans, I'm sure, but how's everyone been?
I've been good. I've been chilling. I haven't really gone outside much. Don't want to, catch the Rona. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys just hanging in the house for the most part?
Well, it's either in the house or going to raves from time to time, but that's about it. For most part, it's been really, really relaxing.
How about you, Sino? You haven't moved into the house yet, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't moved into the Obey house yet. I'll probably move in about a month or so. But yeah, I've just been kind of doing the same here. Just been playing some ranked.
Right.
Not really doing much.
Well, we didn't get a chance preseason to kind of check in with you guys just yet because of this big wave of stuff that kind of hit us. I do kind of want to get the vibe of the house, though. What's sort of the living situation there? Is everyone in their own room? How's everyone as roommates? That sort of deal. Ducky, are you in your own spot there, and kind of where is everyone laid out?
No, it's really cool. We got this really big basement for scrimming that everyone can be in, but everyone left.
Whoa, that's a big basement, James. Holy cow.
So I'm down here on my own until Bobby gets back. Bobby's just to my left here. I'll try and show you without scuffing it. So me and Bobby are here. Oh shoot, I've screwed the camera. And everyone else has gone up to their own room upstairs. But yeah, it's pretty nice.
So throughout the phase, has everyone lived there? Obviously, Sino, you came in, you haven't moved in yet. Is it the full squad there, full time throughout phase 1?
No, we all got here in February, right? Was it February? I think it was February. And we haven't left since. So we can't go home, obviously.
Well, Bobby went home.
Yeah, Bobby went home. Bobby drove home, so he's kind of chilling. But he comes back this week.
It would be a little bit awkward if he wouldn't be back home, or back to the team house.
Well, yeah, we play this week, so yeah, he comes back this week.
You could play from home. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I suppose you could play from home. That maybe one benefit of the situation we're in. Between kind of everyone on the team, sort of fluff questions here, just trying to get the vibe of the house. Is anyone particularly good or bad at cooking that you guys maybe have taken note of?
Yeah, definitely Jamie. Jamie. He doesn't cook. He just orders food all the time. I mean, it's true.
Is that where most of your salary is going? Order out food?
I mean, I'm on the stream grind. I'm playing ranked every day. I'm keeping up with the content. So I gotta stay focused 24 hours a day. So I gotta order my food. So I don't have time to cook.
Right.
I'm on the grind. Unlike Alex down here.
Wolfie, I assume that means you're a fantastic cook, right?
I'm all right. I can't say I'm a fantastic cook, but at the very least, I'm cooking. Unlike some other people in here,
Sino.
You're building some life skills, ever so important. Maybe down the road, Ducky picks up the old spatula and pan once or twice and gets himself some food going there.
Kind of moving. At the very least. Oh.
Go ahead. What was that?
No, I most definitely hope so. At the very least, would be very nice.
Right. I mean, if nothing else, maybe less dishes for you guys to work on. Maybe more game-centric vibes here from you guys. Obviously, a massive patch just dropped. Big update to the game. Lots of stuff sort of changed. So I want to maybe get a team vibe. Sino, maybe on your end here for this one. What has practice been like for you guys? Do you think you guys have gotten some decent play time in on this big update that the SPL will be played on?
Yeah, we've got decent practice. We're definitely trying a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's good or not, but we'll see, I guess, this weekend. But but yeah, I don't know. I've been loving the patch, honestly. A lot of things are different. I feel like you can play a lot of different stuff, so it's really cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of the next thing. I'm very interested in maybe each of you in order can kind of run down your specific role, because lots of stuff has been changed here. And actually, it's probably good Inbound isn't here. I know that supports, didn't get these big, massive sweeping changes here in this update. Maybe starting with you over in the solo lane there, Ducky. Maybe Gods. Who do you anticipate to be strong in that role on the given update? Obviously, Sledge, I think, is a big item that we have to look at here? Items wise, god wise, where do you see solo lane at the moment?
Nox.
Yeah, you keep. All right, Wormy is like the biggest. No, she's a big Nox jungle fan. So maybe a totally different role there. But Nox in the solo lane, is that memes aside? Do you think Atri is going to be good in the solo lane?
No, Nox is busted. Like she is broken.
All right.
I've had enough of the slander I've been seeing going around from Barra, especially. Nox is a strong character, right? And I'm picking her this weekend. Wait, when's this going live? Wait, I'm not picking her this weekend.
Well, nobody will have seen. Right. Maybe actually, if they tune in and hear you saying that live, they'll probably know what's on your side. What do you think of Sledge? I think a lot of people are having a hard time kind of locking down exactly what the solo lane build is at the moment, which is maybe a good thing. There's potential variety there in what you can build first, rather than kind of glad shield every single game. Is there any build that's kind of jumped out at you, or is that maybe more god dependent?
A lot of people are building Gaia, which I don't think is good because you don't have the pro or power early, so you just kind of get run over by high pressure picks. I don't think Sledge is as good as people are saying because people are building it very early on. You don't get early procs from Glad or Berserkers anymore, so you're just building Health at that point and you still die. So I think rushing prots better or going boots and then going Sledge. I think Sledge is okay. I think it's pretty good, like later on, just not second item.
Sledge on Nox maybe, right?
If only I could. I can't build it. I don't think.
That's true. Wait, yeah, right. It's not even an option. I'm interested though to kind of see where some of the solo lane starts to break out. Down to you, Wolfie. Obviously some changes around some of the pen items. A few tweaks here and there in the mid lane. Any items that you kind of turn your eyes towards? Anything that you think starts to be prominent there in the mid lane?
Definitely Magus. Magus got like the biggest buff at the very least for myself. Obviously there is Hecate, but Hecate affects more so the magical ADCs, so they're going to be going to the long lane most of the time rather than in the mid lane. But I think Magus is like really strong, but not to the point where I can say the item is utterly broken. Right. Where like you should be building it every game. Maybe there is going to be a little bit more variety in the mid lane. You can build different ways now. You can also have like multiple gods that you can actually drag them in the mid lane. From the first split, there was pretty stale. Now you're not going to be seeing the mid lane that stale. At the very least, that's how I see it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Do you think, god-wise, more of kind of what we saw in Phase 1? There's a pretty healthy variety, I think, to your point. It would never really kind of stagnated out. But, I mean, you look at a few of the gods that were kind of permaban. Persephone comes to mind. Raijin, obviously, for you was the popular pick. Same idea, you think?
Well, I mean, I was just like a one trick or two trick, I suppose, like Persephone, or not Persephone, Merlin and Raijin. I was just playing Merlin Raijin every game. So I'm definitely hoping to bring about like, I don't know. Let me look at it. About 10 gods maybe to the mid lane minimum.
Sure.
So
you gotta widen the pool a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm excited to kind of see where the mid lane goes here in phase number 2. Over to you, Sino. Out of the jungle, obviously a lot of big conversations around itemization and gods in the jungle right now. The auto attacking melee gods come to mind. Kind of carte blanche here for you. Where do you see itemization in the jungle? What gods do you think are going to be pretty high priority?
Well, I've just seen on Twitter and like watching streams, a lot of people think Golden Blade is like really OP.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like a pretty good item. I don't think it's going to define the meta. Like, I don't think it's going to be Baka, Nim every single game. I still think the old gods are still going to be good, like last play, like Humbots, like Pele, like even the ability-based gods are still going to be played. I just think you can play pretty much anything in the jungle right now, and you can make it work. So that's pretty cool. Honestly, like just the biggest jungle change though is that mid laners aren't by far the most OP role anymore. So that actually helps like a lot of junglers. So I just won't get one shot by mid laners anymore, which is good.
I know. Aggro and Mifflin are going to be listening to this with their own personal bias. Wolfie, you're shaking your head over there. Do you think mid laners were never that OP?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to him getting one-shotted by one ultimate and then complaining about it. So it's okay.
Right, it's a fun meta for all of this to kind of come to the forefront, and maybe that's a good segue to some of the next talk. Outside of the meta, the team SPL wise, kind of a look back. at phase one, and this one maybe for Ducky and Wolfie more specifically. Obviously, a rough go of things for the first half of phase one. Sino comes in, and we don't have to gas him too much, guys. Don't worry. But a turnaround maybe in mentality and some performance in game in the second
him?
half.
Can we just mute him?
Yeah,
by
can
the
we
time?
mute Sino?
Yeah,
we might be able
just
to
mute him. Yeah, and then we can talk about this.
Do you guys, as a team, kind of separate phase one into kind of two different halves? Do you kind of more focus on the second half of phase one when you look back at things?
You want to start, Jamie?
Ducky?
I was hoping for you to start. Yeah, phase one, that was a little character building moment. It is what it is. We lost a few games. But, I kind of separate it. I think we're doing better mentally.
Yeah.
And, looking to make a little Worlds run this phase.
There you go. How about you, Wolfie?
I'm definitely, in general, I was always looking forward to the second phase because it's the phase that you are going to lead into Worlds no matter the situation. And normally the way I look at the first phase is just a filler. Of course, like building the synergy, learning to play with each other, seeing each other's characters and stuff like that, kind of like seeing what exactly we stand. So yeah, in terms of the second split, I'm expecting to be, a lot better than the first split, that's for sure.
Right.
Definitely a very unfortunate first split. Unfortunate things happen. It is what it is. And hoping for the best.
Well, luckily, I mean, with this format, obviously points awarded for phase one performance and then kind of full reset into phase two. You play teams 3 times here in phase two, so a little bit longer, a little bit lengthier as far as the round robin format goes. Sino, maybe your thoughts here on this one. Does that really change much, kind of the playing teams twice versus playing teams 3 times? Obviously, big conversation piece for us is, well, here's what happened the first time these teams played. Let's see what happens here the second time. Do you think that actually factors in? You now played these teams twice, and maybe game 3 you're expecting certain things. How does that dynamic change going to a 3-time round robin?
I do think it changes like a lot because I do think a lot of the teams play pretty much similar in every single set. So, like the more you play against a team, obviously the better, the more you can adapt, the more you get used to how they play. So I actually do think especially like the last when every team plays each other like the last time or like the third time, I think the games are going to be pretty crazy and pretty close, and I think anything can happen in those games, especially.
Yeah, Ducky, Wolfie, you guys have any kind of thoughts on the triple header round robin format, or more of what Sino thinks?
The more games, the better. Especially, I'm a big fan of long sets in general. The fact that we're playing in 3 different rounds is is really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody plays and adapt accordingly.
Right, and I think for you guys, I mean, obviously. Just purely standings wise, most of having the most room to grow here into phase 2, but showed so much promise there in your last few games. So I think the longer phase probably benefits you guys, maybe more so than some of the other teams here in the SPL. And kind of looking at that, the improvement arc that you guys are looking to follow, and kind of anyone that has an answer can jump in. Is there anything you guys have hammered down from phase 1 that you think is the improvement point? Like X is what we need to fix, whether it's communication, in-game decision making, whatever that may be. Has there been something that you guys have kind of clearly latched onto as something you want to improve on, and that'll make a big difference for you guys in phase 2?
I think we have improved. On. More so decision making as a team, but the way I see decision making coming together as a team is by communicating. If you're talkative, you communicate, you say what you have on your mind, and see how each other think. That's kind of like what you're going to be able to meet somewhere in the middle and be on the same page at all times. So I think that's one thing we have sorted out from the first split going to the second one. Mm-hmm. But no, there were multiple things, but I think that's the biggest one.
Sure. Ducky or Sino, more thoughts on that, or you think you pretty much nailed it?
For me, I think early game is something we try to focus on this offseason, and I think we improved a lot. I think in some of our games last split, we kind of got ran over early game, which just can't happen.
Right.
So for me personally, I really wanted to work on that, and I think we improved massively in our early game. So I'm excited to play again.
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. It definitely started to look a lot better for you guys, and excited to see what phase 2 brings there. And you guys have a team here that, a couple guys were in SPL last year. Everyone has played at that level somewhat, in the past. Inbound, I think, has been a fun story to follow here. Specifically, his transition kind of between systems, console to PC and all that. Obviously, he isn't here to answer those questions. Have you guys been impressed with the way that he's handled? I mean, not only moving into an SPL tier of play, but moving from one system over to another?
I think Bobby's really popped off recently, especially considering I feel like from phase 1 to now, he's improved so much. It's kind of crazy to look at. So I'm very proud of him. Don't put this in because he's going to get a big ego, but he's doing great.
Yeah, this is what we need. We're gassing up the boys. Everyone's feeling good prior to the big games here this weekend. It's kind of an overarching question, pretty general, and maybe each of you kind of. My fingers are bad here. Going in clockwise order here. Where do you maybe see phase 2 placement for you guys? Obviously, it's longer, very difficult to kind of hammer it down. You can be as general and vague as you want, but do you have any guesses on where you guys might end up here after phase 2?
Top 1.
Top 1, fair enough.
Top 1.
That not generic at all. That's first or bust there for Ducky. What do you think, Wolfie?
As realistic as I can be, I really I normally try to be vague about all those things, but I genuinely shouldn't. I think we're gonna end up top 3. I think we're gonna be ending up top 3 if things go to plan, and if everything is gonna be going according to plan. I think we're gonna be ending up top 3. So hopefully, in about 6 months from now, nothing is gonna bite me in the butt. Who knows? We'll see.
No. Confidence, absolutely key. Sino, rounding out with you there. Do you echo the teammates' mentality here on this one? You think top 1, top 3 is a goal you guys can attain? Well,
my plan is to win every game, but that might not happen. So I'll say top 3, like Wolfie. Yeah,
there you go. Fair enough. I am curious, actually, kind of to go back to the meta point. I didn't drop this one in there. Given the current meta, and maybe this is a good moment for more mid lane versus jungle banter, do you think there's one role, and maybe one player specifically on your team, that is more positioned, given where the game is at right now, to kind of carry games for you guys? A lot of it sprung out of the jungle in phase 1. Do you think there's a role moving into phase 2 where a player can really pop off and fully carry a game?
Okay. First of all, mid lane was the best role phase 1. Let's just get that out of the way. But I actually do think jungle is the best role phase 2. So hopefully I play well this split. So.
Well, you played great when we saw you there in phase 1, so more of the same will certainly be good for you guys. Wolfie, you were scratching the chin there.
I do agree.
You agree with your jungler?
I just wish I didn't play so much Raging and Merlin in the split 1. So sick of those characters.
They can be safe, right? I mean, they can dash away from a Bakasura who's just gonna one-shot you anyway, right?
Yeah, but going against every team knowing what you're going to be picking before the game even starts is kinda, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah, right. Production points it out. They got the avatar skin now. I mean, I don't know what the competitive availability of those skins will be.
They will not be available.
No, yeah,
No.
I imagine it won't be. But sure wish it was. Ducky, carry out of the solo lane. What do you think?
It depends on what character I get.
Nox.
If it's Nox, yes.
Come on,
right?
Nox.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it's just Nox stiff.
Ill-prepared interviewer here. Don't remember exactly who you guys played. First off, this upcoming week, obviously confidence is at a high point given the top 1, top 3 kind of feelings there. Do you think the kind of movement, the regrouping of the team, specifically maybe Sino making his way back into the house, is going to be nothing but an improvement for team dynamic? Obviously, you guys have improved in game. Do you think that kind of getting that team together in the house fully whenever we're able to is going to be big for you guys?
I'm looking at you,
Ducky,
Sino.
go for it.
Okay, all right. I mean, I think it'd be great because I can just peek behind me, see what he's doing in the jungle, back to my lane. I don't know if that's allowed. Probably not, but they can't tell, so it's fine. But I think it'd be nice to have everyone in the house. It's just
absolutely
difficult.
Sano, I don't remember. I think you might have already mentioned what day you're moving in. I don't remember exactly how far out that is.
I'm thinking I'm going to move in about like a month or so. Maybe sooner, maybe later, but around a month, I think.
Excited to be back in the team house atmosphere in the SPL?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been a while, so like I'm really comfortable with the team already, and moving in with them can only help. So I'm really excited.
Well, yeah, we're excited to see more Obey content for sure. Great personalities on the squad. According to the schedule, Ghost is your first matchup there in Phase 2, so difficult, right off the bat. Maybe for Ghost. I mean, if they're playing the top one team at the end of the split here, maybe they're the ones a little bit nervous coming into this one. How do you guys feel? Maybe starting with you, Ducky. Ghost first opponents right off the bat.
I mean, as long as we ban out the Fino K Sobek, I think we're chilling. I don't want to go any south.
Yeah, fair enough. And if they don't ban out the Nox, then you're sitting pretty. Wolfie, what are your thoughts on Ghost right off the get-go?
I think it's doable, right? We're going to be playing with a substitute because Huawei is not going to be allowed in the first set. Right. But of course, we got to wait and see. I mean, again, the strat could be working just fine and we can just win, or it can flat out be terrible and we're going to be losing the first set. But again, that's okay because we're playing with the substitute. So yeah, I'm not going to have like my spirit super high, but I'm not going to have them super low either, like regardless of the outcome of the first set.
Sure. And Sino, maybe over to you. Don't have to reveal too much. Obviously playing before the games this weekend, so you can say as much or as little as you want. It was inbound on Hunter, I believe, last time we saw this layout, and Kassir playing over in that Guardian role. Is that the lineup you guys are opting for here in your first game of the phase?
No, we got a real ADC sub this time, so Bobby will be playing support. Everyone else will be playing their main roles. So,
gotcha. All right, so you'll have somebody a little bit more comfortable with the role maybe here in the first game for you guys in Phase 1. Well, listen, it was great to kind of sit down with you guys, chat a little bit, get a vibe of where the house is. Nothing but excited, I think, for Phase 2 and the big growth that we expect to see out of you guys. So, first and foremost, best of luck against Ghost in your first game of the phase, and thank all three of you guys for sitting down with me today for this quick check-in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dolson.
Yeah.